Yeah, nice.
I fucked it up.
Nice. Yeah, you're fine.
I was like,
Back to one.
Alana's
That's right. Don't you worry, buddy. Through the miracle of technology, you will have delivered that joke correctly.
And my Alanis God damn it, I did it again.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Marquis de
that
Tocqueville.
timing was great.
From fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pod Therapy. Real people, real problems, and real therapists. You can submit your questions anonymously at podtherapy.net or email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com. And now broadcasting from Poo Poo Pee Pee Poo Poo Studio. That's Jim. That's Whitney. I'm Nick. It's time for some
Jacob,
Pod
did you
Therapy.
submit that one?
I'll be honest.
God.
This one bothers me more than the other ones do.
Yeah.
It does to
This
me
one
too.
makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. This is the new low that our show has gotten to.
So any of you listening, you can name the studio. Go to patreon.com/therapy and sign up to
we
name
prefer
the
you
studio.
don't.
Can and should.
No, it's really not worth your time.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think you should do it. I just don't think it's needed.
Nick,
We
you-
are. Go ahead.
Oh, I had to say, Nick, you mentioned Alanis Morissette.
Nice.
And, I have
Good
to tell
flex
you,
just saying her name without
Alanis.
fucking it up.
My neighbor went to her concert, and tell me how random this is. She hears this voice behind her that sounds familiar, and like at the end of the show, or maybe I don't know if she
Was
has
it
an
coming through
intermission.
the speaker? Because that was Alanis Morissette.
That was Alanis. She turns around,
one.
and it's her ex-sister-in-law, her ex-husband's sisters are all behind her, like the row behind her. They bought their tickets separately. She just showed up at Alanis Morissette, and your ex-husband's sisters are all right behind you. I'm like, what are the fucking odds?
Yeah.
Like,
Did she like her ex-husband's sisters?
they did, but when they split, they like all.
that never goes well.
Yeah,
The
so she was like,
sisters are
"Fuck you
not
guys."
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sisters were like, "We believe
Yeah.
our brother, who's a piece of shit."
Yeah.
Do you finish the concert or you just leave?
Oh, you paid for the concert.
They were
Yeah.
trying to be like,
I leave.
You leave?
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh.
Because honestly, I'm not going to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I'm just going to be.
You don't
It's
do
weird.
option
Thinking about-
C?
"Ooh, what's
Go on.
Move?
where?" It's full. Alanis is popular.
There's spots.
I don't
that's
know.
Yeah, but I didn't
Sold
pay
out.
for those spots. I got to
Oh,
sit
he's
in my
that guy.
assigned seat.
Are you
Hold
the
on.
guy if you go to a sports game, you won't move up a few rows?
No.
Like you'll stay
Nick
in your
would
basket.
never.
You
No.
go to a
Look at that
baseball
face.
game,
He
you buy
would
a cheap
never.
seat. There's nobody ahead of
Nick
you.
is sitting
Yes.
in row double in.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Even
it's
no
got a
matter how
pillar
many
in front
open
of him.
seats
Right.
there
Yeah,
are.
obscured view and everything. He's not
Wow.
moving because the ticket says this seat.
Nick.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, probably.
She's a
No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna vouch. This is
Yeah.
100% truth. He's not
Yes,
fucking lying.
no, I see that.
This
he's
is
not,
exactly
he's
who Nick
uncomfortable
Tangeman
just
is.
thinking about it. Look at him. He's like, I don't like this.
Because if I move and then those people show up, then
Yeah.
I just feel stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my
Be asked to
God.
move, and
Absolutely,
that's
this
gonna-
is who Nick is.
Yeah.
If you could just give a quick story, if somebody's like, "Who is Nick?" Like, let me.
Yeah.
He's the guy that doesn't change seats.
And here's the thing: if I show up at a concert or a sporting event and someone's in my seats, I'm like, oh, they tried. I don't care. I'm just like, oh, these are my seats. And if they're like, oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
like I know they tried that, and I'm like, didn't work this
If
time.
you-
I'm
That's
not
true.
like you're an idiot
Yeah,
or
right.
something,
As
or
long
like
as they don't like push back or
yes,
whatever.
as long as
You
like
just
my
go,
bad
I
and
think
leave.
That's it.
You're
Just
in my
my
seat.
bad.
You
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
you
Head
shot
out.
your shot or
If
whatever.
you're on an
like-
airplane,
I've done that so many times.
you book an aisle seat or whatever, the whole row ends up being available. Will you move over to the window, or are you still standing on
or
principle?
vice versa. Whichever you prefer.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you move seats if on an airplane
no,
if the
no.
other seats are not purchased?
No, I'll move.
Okay, there
Yeah.
you'll.
But then what if someone shows up and says, "Sir, this is my seat"?
Yeah, halfway through the flight,
Mid-flight.
somebody comes out of the bathroom.
They were like, I
Here's the
was
thing.
sitting back there with my friends,
No.
but this is my seat.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Wouldn't happen because I asked the flight attendant first. If I
Oh my gosh,
you
Nick!
asked permission.
Nick's the
from the
opposite of a
man.
bad boy.
Oh yes, Nick Tangeman,
Well, even
revolutionary.
then, I would argue even then in our scenario with having your ex's siblings behind you, I would say even then, like you could go to the usher and be like, my ex's
Yes.
siblings are
This-
sitting
True.
behind me.
Oh, yeah, that
Can you
person's
please
gonna move
move
you.
me? Can you
Yeah.
put me
Yes.
anywhere else?
I
Well, and
think
there's
that's
also
it.
option D: seduce and have sex with your ex's sisters. Right? Like that's
Honestly,
obvious. I think you should do that.
Honestly, that's the high road.
I think yeah. She might. That bitch stole your minibar.
It's what Jesus would
You
do.
know? Yeah. Like, I owe you this.
When I looked back, there were only one set of footprints. Because you were fucking my sister.
Exactly.
Jake,
Happy Thanksgiving, listeners.
Yeah.
As you are
It is, isn't
listening
it?
to this.
be thankful.
This is our Thanksgiving special. It sounds a lot like all the other episodes.
It's not Indigenous Peoples Day.
This one's turkey
No,
flavored.
that's a whole different holiday, Whitney.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't just.
okay.
That's Columbus.
That's
Yeah.
Columbus Day.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
colonizing asshole.
You ignorant slut.
I am.
They're not going to get 2 days, Whitney.
Hey,
Ridiculous.
They're all dead. They don't need more of them.
wow, they're all dead.
Happy
We wiped them out.
Thanksgiving. And we are closing
Jacob believes women, but not indigenous people.
Yeah, apparently that's where he draws the line.
I mean, I'm sure they weren't using this land.
I believe
mud
they
huts.
were. I believe they were definitely actively using this land and were murdered.
I'm sure they all just took a vacation. They were not wiped out by plague. We are also about a month away from getting to our season finale. And our coveted PhD duel is coming up again.
Puddin' fight.
Puddin' fight part 2. Return of
Was
the
it
puddin'.
puddin' or Jello? I
The
think it was
puddin'
puddin'.
strikes
I think it was
back.
puddin'.
It was a
puddin'.
puddin' fight.
Yeah, because I think we agreed on tapioca. And
Yeah.
for some
Gross,
reason,
the
that
worst
with that
kind.
changed at the
So
last
the
minute.
PhD is coming back up, and it's anybody's game. So we've got to start constructing either Jeopardy or a trivia challenge. I'm sure our Discord server will do that.
I want to know what I
last year.
get this year.
You just
when
defend
I
the belts.
win.
You defend
Wow.
the belts. That is the purpose of a of
So
every
yes.
belt.
Everybody else gets something if they win.
So you just decline. You're just not going to put it on the line.
I mean, is that an option?
I always wondered about that. Like in boxing, if
Yeah.
you win the heavyweight,
I feel like
can
you're
you just
obligated.
like, yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna retire with the
Just-
belt.
yeah, it's just
Fuck
like, and like challengers come out like, I want to fight you for this belt. And it's like, no, I'm good.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm good.
So what? You
What's
gotta
the advantage
come
to
fight
me?
me in my living room,
Yeah.
then, bitch.
Or I lose a little bit of respect.
I don't care. I have a
I don't
cool ass
care.
belt.
Yeah.
It's in my house. You can't have it. All right. Well, we have a month to talk about it then. Let's see if we can negotiate.
I have a suggestion.
Oh, here it is.
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
And I want to preface this by saying I would take this and I would take very good care of it.
Okay.
I might even lock it away
Okay.
somewhere just to make sure
Make
that
sure
it
it's
was
safe.
cared for, and everyone would know the location and that it was just perfectly fine.
Okay.
I think if I win this year, I think Jim has to give me his wedding ring.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Okay.
And
I think
that
that's
he
fair.
has
Only if you
to- I think
also
he has to
take-
give it to me.
Yeah.
And if or when this were to happen,
Yeah.
I don't think he can explain it to his wife
Oh.
until she notices that it's gone and asks about it.
And I think like the
I
rule
like
has to
this
be
game.
I have to try to lie at least twice. Like
Oh,
come
no,
up
I
with
don't think you
alternative
do.
explanations.
I don't
To see
think you
how
have to-
long it lasts.
I don't think
how
you have
Let's
to
see if we
lie-
can just
I don't think you
get
have
me
to
a
lie
divorce.
once.
You know I think what would be really interesting? We should run this experiment.
Oh, Jesus. This is-
Once I finally do get married.
yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I have my wedding band.
Okay.
Let's just all exchange rings.
And
Let's just
see how long it
and
takes.
see how long it takes.
wants
for our
Whoever's
mine?
wearing
significant
Whitney's
I'm like,
is
who
going to
wants
get
mine?
noticed first. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's going to
I don't
stand
know.
out.
Jacob
Yeah.
could get away
Yeah.
with it the easiest.
Yeah,
he wears
yeah,
the
yeah.
most jewelry.
Yeah. I could do maybe a pinky ring, a nice little
Yeah,
diamond
right?
pinky ring.
That'll
There we
work.
go.
I'll do the wedding ring thing, but you also have to take my wife. I'm not
No,
gonna.
no deal.
I don't know.
No deal.
Yeah,
I
fuck
mean,
this.
for how long?
Yeah, indefinitely 1 year. That's the rules of our contest. You get the title, you get the jewelry.
It's a traveling belt.
You just keep winning Jim's wife every like she's packing her bag. She's like, God damn it! Like I have shit to do at the house. I gotta go live with Jacob now. It's a nice house. You'll like it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
two nice
if
dogs.
I win this year, I get to not only retain the doctorate,
Uh-huh.
I get Jim's wedding ring, which I will hold on to
dearly, yeah.
until
Keep
and it
protected.
will be taken care of. I'll put it in the
Lord.
safe. You know, it'll be fine. It'll
Sure.
be perfectly safe. It will not be pawned.
I get to be single.
I think
And Jim can't explain it to his wife. Jim doesn't. I don't think Jim has to lie. I don't think he has to make up a story. I don't
Just
think
have
that's
to
fair.
wait.
I think he just has to wait until she broaches the topic.
Okay.
Yes.
This is a
And
solid.
as soon as she broaches the topic, he is then allowed
Then
to
I can
explain the
explain.
whole thing.
You see, hon, it was for the
Or-
podcast.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Worth it.
explain it or just change the subject.
There were like tens of likes in the Discord on this. I mean, we are talking.
You don't
a hot
understand.
topic. People loved that episode.
So we're agreed. We're agreed
no,
on this.
go fuck yourself. Go
Oh
fuck
my
all the way.
God.
Up.
I want to see
There's no
it.
reason we can't be democratic and vote on this.
Oh yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's be adults.
Let's let the people decide.
If our government does it that way, why can't we?
Right. Why are you anti-democracy?
There are 4 of us, so there's a chance that we could tie. Yeah. So I think, to be fair,
There's no
in
chance
case
of
a
that.
tie,
There's
in case
no
of a
chance.
tie, Jim gets to be the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay. Tie
Fine.
goes to the runner.
Yeah, tie goes to whatever Jim voted for. So let's go ahead and vote. All in favor.
Oh, okay.
Aye.
Well, since it's an audio show, nobody put up their hands.
Shit.
Overwhelmingly, I won. Wonderful.
I said I.
All right, we've got some great questions to help you get through your Thanksgiving. And we're leading off the order today with a fun family one. So if you're sitting with your kids, turn the radio all the way up. Hiring a dominatrix. Howdy, pod
Finally.
therapists.
Yes, I am available.
Mental
on my website.
fit.
Mental fit is code.
Mental fit dominatrix services
Mental
and
fit
personal training.
wink.
There's a winky face in
She
the
is a
title.
hot, supple 19-year-old.
Yeah. Hiring a dominatrix. Howdy, pod therapists. Earlier this year, I was diagnosed with prediabetes. I had never put any effort into my health as an adult and, as a result, found myself severely obese and depressed. This was the final straw, and I got serious about correcting this to avoid actual diabetes. Through diet and exercise, I am now down almost 80 pounds this year.
Wow.
Good job.
That's huge.
All right.
Some of the things I didn't anticipate were how this drastic change would impact my mental health and the other chemical changes that would come with it. Somewhere around 3 months into this, I came to the realization that I have a submissive personality. Combine this with the overpowering libido I began to experience, and I found myself looking into BDSM. It was always an interest of mine, but more so just the content I chose to consume. I never thought I was able or allowed to participate in such activities. I expressed these feelings to my wife, and she kindly tried to accommodate. After maybe a month of this, she expressed to me she couldn't keep this up and that she was uninterested in being dominant over me. She's her own person, and I'm not going to make her or ask her to do things she doesn't want to do. This left me in a position with this burning desire and no outlet. I talked to her about ways I could engage in BDSM outside of our marriage, and that was a pretty hard no from her. I accepted this and tried to move on. During this time, I was
hard.
Nice. During this time, I was also in therapy to try and explore why I was feeling submissive and trying to cope with the societal pressure to act a certain way as a man. Through this, it also came out that outside of BDSM interests, I was losing interest in my relationship with my wife. I would find out that the feeling was mutual. This found us in couples therapy to try and work things out. During our first or second session, my submission came up. We discussed it, and afterward, my wife gave me the green light to seek out a professional dominatrix. I would be lying if I said I wasn't ecstatic, but in my mind, I had bigger priorities, primarily my relationship with my wife and helping her to work on her self-care. Couples counseling continues, and so does my individual therapy. I'm at a point where I'm stressed daily and feel like my sexual needs aren't being met. My therapist says I need to push the dominatrix idea out of my head for now and focus on my relationship. It's been a couple of months of focusing, and I feel like the stress is getting to me. I feel like I'm overflowing with a need to find an outlet and somewhere that I can escape for an hour or two. So, what do y'all think? Is this something I should consider pursuing actively? My wife would be fully aware. Or do I need to put my deviance behind me until the waters are totally clear in all other aspects? This feels like mom told me no, so I'm asking dad. But any input would be great.
Little triangulation.
Sincerely, Anon E. Moose.
Aw.
Okay.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah. So here's.
I honestly kind of like every part of it.
Yeah.
And I like Anonymouse's thoughtfulness, and I really like this email.
Oh, they're very ethical. Yeah.
Here's a thing that sticks out to me, and I'm interested to hear what you all have to say on this. The wife saying, no, absolutely not. This is a non-starter, non-negotiable. And then changing to, okay, we can try it.
And I
the
wonder if
magic
it's
of
because
therapy.
it's professional. I wonder if that's an aspect. Because if you're hiring a professional
Oh, that's
dominatrix,
different. Yes.
I wonder if that's part of it. Is like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't want you forming a real relationship with another person, but
Yeah.
like, I don't like.
There are clear rules.
But-
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
professional.
But kind of what this makes me think of is like, she's now at that point where it's like, okay, yeah, maybe we can try this. But then I think it's a whole different thing when it actually happens.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and maybe she's kind of, I don't know. If I was in this position, if I was in Anonymouse's position, I would really hesitate on following through with that, only because, or at least go into it with the understanding that, yeah, she's saying she's cool with it or willing to go along with it, but then once it actually happens,
right,
she may feel a completely different way about
You
it.
think it's a trap.
And not necessarily a trap.
Jake.
It's a trap.
More like Pandora's box. Like you open it, you don't know what's going to happen next. Like,
yeah, and the fact that she was very against it from the start,
Right.
and then kind of warmed up to it. Now it's possible that it could happen and everything goes well. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And then we worked that out. Yes, it was a professional. Maybe she doesn't feel quite as threatened because
Sure.
she knows nothing's going to happen with this. you know.
right.
Um,
Or maybe she's actually changed over
Yeah.
time, because it sounds like their
That's-
marriage has really
Sure.
fundamentally
Yeah,
changed.
and there
But-
was also the talking with the therapist and everything in there,
Right.
Too. I was honestly kind of assuming there had been talk because Anonymous said that there was a talk of the submission and everything with the therapist, and my assumption, I could easily be wrong, was that they had all kind of talked and the wife had kind of opened up to it a little more through that discussion.
Yeah, and I get that. And I think even though the wife has opened up to it, I think, again, once it actually happens,
Oh, then,
that
I mean,
could
it's all
be
different.
completely. And I think that's
It's all different once it's real,
yeah,
no matter what.
Once it, yeah, talking about something versus actually acting it out. I would just, if you do go down that road, just be aware that you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And you
Yeah.
have to be able to accept that outcome. She
Yeah.
could very easily just
That's a
be
good
like,
point.
you know what? I was wrong. I am not as okay with this as I
Right.
thought. And
Thought I
now,
was okay with it.
now we have to deal
now I
with this.
can't look at you the same.
Yeah.
Or something
And that's
like
a real
that.
possibility.
Well, and this is an interesting thing too, because it's kind of like the whole having a kid to save the marriage kind of thing. Like when your marriage is really rocky, a lot of people start thinking, okay, we're not doing well, we're struggling, we're in couples therapy. Let's try some big idea, right? Like let's open up the marriage, let's become swingers, let's do some big drastic thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, I'm not surprised that Anonymous's counselor was sort of like, maybe do work on the home front, my man, because like sometimes people want to do those big things to save it, and it's like I usually as a counselor, my preference is if you're going to do this new thing, I want you to do it from a position of strength. I would rather,
Right.
I don't want it possible, like Nick, you were saying, it's possible this thing has a back, effect, an echo effect on your marriage. If you're going to open up your marriage or do something different, I like that to happen from a position of we're really strong right now, we're really healthy right now. We can sustain whatever injuries might come from this.
Let's shore up the dam first.
Yeah.
Let's make sure everything is in really good working order.
Right.
And like have a nice running start at this thing.
Yeah.
And that way, like if we fall flat on our face a little bit, maybe
Right.
we at least have a little bit
that
of
might
momentum.
be where the counselor's coming from on this.
Yeah.
But like Anonymous seems to be telling us as authentically as I think the writer can, I crave this. It is important to me. I am being transparent. I am telling everybody that needs to know. I am talking through it. But like the way Anonymous sees this sexual need seems to be like it's this welling up urgency thing. And it's like it's more than just a hobby or an itch that needs to be scratched. It seems like he's kind of portraying it as like, is this proper for me to just shove this down and not express it? And it feels like it needs to be expressed. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's an interesting kind of way to portray it.
Yeah, man, my instinct, like hearing the letter read out loud, is that you deserve to be able to explore that. Now, whether it's from that place of strength, like Jim, you mentioned, and Jacob, you supported, like, hey, let's strengthen our relationship. I'm sure your therapist is thinking that too. But also, I kind of wonder how can you strengthen your relationship if you're feeling like that some sort of need, and
right.
whether it be sexual or not, just the feeling of being dominated. It sounds like maybe the writer's saying more than like I'm trying to have sex with other people, right? Like I guess I just think that deserves to have its moment. But I like what Nick said, like going into it, like, okay, I do think this is important. I do think maybe there's room to start exploring this even while you're working on your relationship, but be aware that there could be consequences from that. And you may not be able to backtrack. And so, but I don't know, if you like really want this and want to move forward, this is something you've realized once you're in your marriage. That's like a whole other topic. Being married to someone and discovering something new.
Oh yeah.
This is like when Peter and I, because we were dating since we were very young, and I never really had a desire to have kids, but everyone
And
told
yet
me
you have one at the house
I
right
do
now.
have a child at my house
not
right
yours.
now.
It's interesting. Also,
need
for
to
the
return
authorities
that.
listening,
Yeah.
we were looking into it. We're
Yeah.
conducting an
Yeah,
internal
yeah.
pod therapy investigation. It's been referred to HR.
Our plan is just to keep her here
Yeah.
while the police have an
This is a
opportunity.
Shit, I gotta go, guys.
7-hour
Bye.
episode. We're also not even recording any of this.
Her microphone is not plugged in.
I'm texting the detective as we're talking. That's right. She's still here. It's
She's
fine.
still here. Hurry.
I think he's in a car right now.
Starting to ask questions.
Also, hashtag save Peter.
He's at home.
Detectives, if you can, while you're at it, save Peter.
Get him out
Don't
of the
listen
house.
to that man. He's lying. Whatever he said.
But you were telling us about how you and Peter became
But this was like a
dominatrixes.
really big shift when we were dating before we got married. It's like, okay, do we want kids or not? And
Right.
we don't know that because then people would tell me, oh, well, when you're 30, you'll change. Like I heard that all the time as a woman. And I was like, well, I've never been 30. What if that happens? And are we going to divorce then? Because of that? Like, I don't want to be divorced. That was my thing. I'm like, I don't want that. So we had to come to a compromise with that. But you don't know sometimes. And that brings up a
Right.
whole nother issue. Like if things change or shift and it's not something you expected, like we did not talk about what if one of us wants to be dominated later on in our life. Like, what do we do then? That was not a topic of discussion.
Peter and I have talked about it.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
Save Peter for real
We
then,
talk
because
about
we
it all the
haven't talked about it. No.
Save Peter.
He's closer with Jacob.
Save Peter takes on a whole new meaning.
Yeah. Now that we know that Whitney's got a strap on and she's chasing him around the house.
I'm like, just have my whip over here. It's
But
fine.
seriously, we need to save.
Yeah. Jump in the car, Pete, Jesus.
Those scratches happened naturally. Okay, he fell.
But I do appreciate the fact that the writer first approached this
Yeah.
with the wife.
Handled it
Like,
correctly.
hey,
Yeah.
maybe, this isn't something I want to do outside of the relationship. I'd prefer to do it in the relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
And that'd be cool. So I like the fact that you started with that.
And that wife tried.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
a partner that
that's
was
awesome.
like, let me
And she's
see.
also authentically realized I can't do this anymore. That's not for me. Which I think when you bring up such a good point of the catch-22 of that, where it's like people do change over time. Like, we've all been married a really long time. We're not who we are in year 20 that we were in year 1.
So
You've changed
crazy.
as a person. And like if your partner changes over time and realizes something about themselves or whatever, or authentically reaches a conclusion that they're like, hey, I want to have this kind of sexual experience. That is an interesting dynamic for the couple to say, okay, well, that's pretty authentic, but that's not the agreement. It's
How
like,
do we navigate
No, the
this?
agreement happened when I was 20, So
Exactly.
like, I need you to
Right.
make, we need
I
to be
didn't
able to
even
add
know this was a
amendments.
thing when I was
Yeah,
20.
the Constitution should be able to be amended here. Like, otherwise divorce is the only option, right? And like, I don't want that.
I had an uncle that used to say that he's like, every 10 years, a marriage contract should be able to be renewed. And
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
I
was like,
actually thought it'd be cool if you had to go get your marriage license renewed.
Yeah, like,
And
are
every
you
time
choosing
you
to
had to sit
renew
down
it?
and talk about the relationship and like, is this something you want to do? Is this something I want to do? Okay, we're going to renew it. And it can just expire. And that way you don't have to get a divorce because like, well, we just let that one lapse. Didn't
But
change
then-
the sticker.
Or we could just have it where the government doesn't involve itself in marriages.
that's a
Why?
good idea.
Rah-rah.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Yeah.
There's no fun in that.
That works. So how are we going to help this dude get dominated? Do we have a Patreon tier for this? Can we just sell it? I mean, I don't want him working with a stranger.
Nick already
Yeah.
Okay, he
said
should be
he's
working
into
with
it.
his trusted podcast therapist. I think.
Right.
And we all just take turns. Okay, we just kind of like tag in. It's fine.
But the four of us have our own unique style.
Yeah.
He can
So,
shoot.
yeah,
I've been
it's-
working on my forearm. I feel like I got that whip motion going, so I can probably get some licks in there.
Yeah.
I love that he said, I feel like I'm, telling dad behind mom's back or whatever.
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm
Yeah, because your therapist already said, I know you really well.
Yeah.
I'm very aware of the situation. I don't think you should do this. And so now he's writing to his internet therapist and he's like, guys, what do you think?
You know what, though?
I think you should fucking listen to the first one.
I know. You know what, though? And maybe there's probably more to it than this, but my instinct there is like, if the therapist is like, just stick with this for now, you're not really giving your client coping skills to manage until like,
Right.
how do I
That's
manage
tough,
these
yeah.
sexual desires until then? Like, what's maybe somewhere in between? I love Esther Perel for like all the unique like couples therapy she's done, but she goes into a lot of like how to dabble in certain things without like upsetting your
Oh,
partner.
really?
So
Okay.
for example, if someone's like, oh, I want to be desired again. So instead of like going out on the town behind your partner's back and like, hooking up with someone at a bar, she's like, why don't you both go out to dinner and like you get to watch your person flirt with the waiter or waitress? Like,
Okay.
like she just talks about different ways to like keep it honest. Like, we all know what's going on here.
Right.
We're all consensual, but like that still might get your fix without it being
That's an
hiding
interesting
things
idea.
and going.
Maybe the wife could be a part of it, but the dominatrix is doing it, but wife is in the cuck chair.
Yeah, the cuck chair's there for a reason.
The
all
cuck
right?
chair is a sacred place.
Let's not rule it out.
Guys, the cuck chair has saved many
Bring
a
this
marriage.
up in your marriage counselor. Say, my therapist
Yeah.
told me this.
Yeah.
Specifically.
What are your thoughts on cuck chairs?
How sturdy is this one? Doesn't matter.
I know we're joking, but what
Are
if,
we?
like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm like,
That was a legitimate offer.
I feel like we're 45% joking.
Okay. But like if she had a role to play in it somehow, but maybe wasn't directly doing it herself.
Right. I definitely like the idea of wife somehow involved if wife can stand to be.
I was going to say that's a big, like, going from absolutely not to let's talk to a professional.
Yeah.
From like, that's a big step for wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going from absolutely not to being a full participant
Yeah. Maybe
seems like
too big.
that seems like a real big ask.
This is a really good complex question though, right?
I mean, at some point, don't you have to order your priorities?
Oh yeah.
So what is
Yeah.
the top priority? Is the marriage the top priority, or is exploring this sexual desire a top priority?
Yeah.
And
This is tough.
I don't know. I mean,
I feel like a
I
lot
think
of
you
our
might be asking a deeper question than you think
It
you are,
is
Ryder.
deep. And like a lot of, I think the current culture in America is, I think this find your true self, never deny
Right.
yourself. And that narrative, I think, is sexy and fun and relatable. And it also doesn't honor the tried and true, steady day-to-day reality of, hey, you have this partnership and like you formed it and you have a life together and like be careful. Don't necessarily risk that for some enlightenment. And I don't know. But then there is this authenticity component too.
Yeah.
I do think that when you mentioned your wife working on self-care, I almost wonder, because I do think this is really valid in relationships, the more you kind of pour into your wife right now.
Literally.
I love that. I was like, wait for it. There it is. The more you pour into her right now and help her get to a good place and trusting in your relationship, I think that will lead to you being able to do more as well and still have your wife, you know? So I think maybe
If you want both.
yeah, if you want both, and you're right. You go back
if you
to
want
Jacob.
both, that's probably the only path
Yeah.
that I
agree.
would see.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the writer talking about having this overflowing need to find an outlet where I can escape for an hour or two.
Escape is an interesting word.
Yeah,
there.
it is an interesting thing because like I get into a little bit of a slip space where if somebody told me, because like we work in addictions and like it can feel like you have an overwhelming need to use meth and like that's authentic and it's like
Right.
this is a part of my life. Why is this being shamed? Like why can I? And it's like because there are major consequences for this action and like you can live without meth. You'll be okay.
Right.
And so like sometimes I think I slip into that thinking where I could be guilty of disqualifying somebody's needs and the legitimacy of those needs because I'm like, hey, you'll be fine. Like you're
Yeah,
not gonna
you will be.
wilt and die because you didn't, get slapped around by this dominatrix. Like you are making this big in your head and there's a magnification that's causing you to obsess over it and over esteem
Yes,
and
yes.
believe this is going to deliver you.
It's
Where
like
I've seen this
shining a
happen
light
in
on it.
relationships too where they're like, if only I could cheat, if only I could, and then they do, and then you talk to them and you're like, so you finally fulfilled that fantasy that you were convinced you needed to do. How was it? And they're like, well, it's not what I thought it was.
Not what I thought it was.
It was
Yeah.
everything
Great
I
for
ever
a minute.
wanted. Yeah, like
About 1
okay,
minute.
yeah, I had a really cool minute, and then afterward, I realized, I didn't need
Jesus.
this.
Yeah.
Like,
Marathon.
yeah. Yeah, who's going that long? Whoa, this is person 20. This is a tough one. Well, writer, I think that we're trying to just give you every layer of feedback. I mean, I think we generally like to defer to the counselor on the ground. So I don't think any of us are like, yep, here's your hall pass. We officially gave you the Pod Therapy Hall Pass, which we should sell in the store, by the way. The Pod Therapy Hall Pass. That'd be pretty
It's
cool.
not the stupidest thing we've ever sold.
It's not. We've tried other things. This is not the worst. So I don't think that we're supporting that. I think that we're agreeing with you that this is something that ought not to just be abandoned. You shouldn't just have to shove this down and go away. I would hope we continue to try to navigate this with your spouse, with your counselor. But if you're standing on rickety ground, now's not the time to add a new floor. So like, I don't know, man. I really like the idea of you reinvesting in your relationship as much as you can and just continuing to move forward with a lot of honesty and listen to your counselor, unless you feel like your counselor just doesn't get it. But I don't know. I hope that you do.
I wonder if the wife has any suggestions.
Yeah.
Well, the wife gave the green light.
Said,
She's like, you can do the
Oh,
dominatrix
yeah.
thing. He's just saying like, well, I feel like my therapist told me not to.
Right.
And that might be what's highlighting it too, is what I
Right.
think, Jim, as well, is like,
Yeah, wife
sometimes
said
when
yes,
someone
the
tells you
therapist
no,
is
you're like,
"Don't
now
do
I
it."
just want to do it more.
Yeah.
You know, my thought on that too is like, even if the wife said yes, even if you were really open and expressed your anxiety about it, like, hey, I want to do this,
Right.
but I am worried that you're going to kind of retract, or that once this happens that you're going to feel differently. And even like if you wanted some sort of guarantee from your wife, it's not really fair,
Right.
Because there's
She
no
can't
way.
give you
Yeah,
that.
exactly. She's walking into a room and it could be filled with ice cream or
She
a
doesn't
lion.
know.
She does
Yeah.
no idea, until you actually get in there. So
Yeah.
Both could be equally damaging
Yeah.
to
Yes.
your hips.
That's
Am I right?
You got it. You nailed it.
Nailed
so,
it.
Anyway, Ryder, good luck with this one. I'm really interested to hear what our Discord has to say about this. Every episode that we air turns into a specific channel on our Discord where listeners will kind of like all listen to it kind of around the same time, and then they'll all chime in and kind of discuss questions and give feedback and sometimes post extra resources in case the writers are actually stumble into the Discord. This is one that I'd be really interested to hear what the Discord has to say on this. So this would be a nuanced one. But Ryder, I think we all, as we said right away when we read your letter, we sure do like how you're handling it so far. You've not done anything that can't be undone. I think you've been very careful not to over prioritize self over the relationship, but at the same time, you want to honor where you're at and you're feeling overwhelmed. And, that's another thing too, is like making sure you fully explore all other coping skills as well. Because like sexual outlets is one coping skill, but if you're feeling stressed in life and you're feeling overwhelmed, there may be other things that you should look into. Have you tried meth? Just Pod Therapy, brought to you by methamphetamine.
That's what we should sell on the store.
There you go. This is
Finally our big hit.
The hall pass was a dumb one. This is way better. We're gonna make so much money.
Whitney just walked in. We're selling
What
meth.
I missed.
Yeah, we're gonna start selling meth at the Pod Therapy bait shop. And you know what? Let's get a new website, Pod Therapy
what?
Meth Lab.
Honestly, I always look for opportunities that other people haven't thought of.
Yeah. This is the move.
Meth
Meth
therapy.
over the internet.
Oh yeah.
Why is no one doing
Yeah.
this?
We could be like the
Oh,
Uber
I've
Eats
got-
of meth.
I've got terrible news for you.
Oh no. We buy an RV, we drive out to the desert. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're talking about a friend who gave her 15-year-old child and friends alcohol.
I was like, meth.
You're listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Jake Schneider, Little Leah, Richard Macy, Sonny Boy, Thunder Cougar, Falcon, Scoop, Flipperkaye, Motherfucker, Sanderman, Waffle, Elena, Gabrielle, Adame, Adam, Warren, B Gay, Do Crimes, and Blip Blop. And if you would like to sponsor the show, become a therapist at patreon.com/therapy. All right, trivia this week that I thought long and hard about.
Giggity.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, that seems top.
Gobble.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gobbledy.
It's like I just came up with it like 5 minutes ago.
Gobbly.
Some of these, I think we've actually had some of these questions before, but here we go. Whitney, we'll start with you.
Great.
True.
True, we did
Which
start with me.
U.S. president first proclaimed Thanksgiving a national holiday?
Oh, wow.
2 on the fly, 1 multiple choice.
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
President Columbus.
Thomas Jefferson.
Ooh.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Going for 2.
No.
All right.
All right.
Which way are we going with
I
it?
just did
Pass
for
to
funsies.
Jacob.
Oh, I would
Jacob.
like options.
All right.
Smart man.
I like shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
George W.
Ooh.
Washington.
Ooh.
Abraham Lincoln.
W also stands for Washington.
James Madison or Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh, that I like Madison, but that feels Grant.
That
Let's go
feels very
I think
Grant.
it's Grant.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Whoa.
you idiots. All right. I would
I
like
actually knew
extra
this one.
options.
I knew this one.
They're more.
So it's Washington.
Me?
See, I didn't give him one to
You.
mark off though. Now, so he
Whitney
only has
or
one.
Jacob?
Okay. I would like to eliminate 2. So I got Washington, Madison, and what was the third one?
Lincoln and
Oh,
Grant.
jeez.
Yeah.
And
Jefferson.
And
Well, it's
Grant.
got to be early. Probably not going to be Washington. So let's go with.
Oh, that's pretty early.
Yeah, I can't get much earlier than old G Dubs. Give me Madison.
No, point for
Shit.
Nick. It was Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
We should have known.
He really was our best president.
He was.
You know, he had a lot
the
of
best
things.
Republican
Until
president.
now. All right, Jacob. What year did the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade take place? First. What was the first year?
I was like, last year. That's an option.
Every
year.
Most of them? Oh, I want options.
Oh, do you?
I was just thinking,
all
I'm
right.
like, there's the.
Wouldn't it be amazing if I just knew that date?
I was trying to think of when the movie was made, Miracle on 34th Street. I'm like, well, the Macy's Day Parade was then.
Macy's Day, isn't that?
Macy's.
I say that too.
I
say Macy's Day Parade.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
1914, 1920, 1924, or 1928.
Shit.
It's in the
all
roaring
those
20s.
are earlier than I had guessed.
When capitalism came to its true form.
I think it was around the
Great Depression.
I think it was. I'll say 1920.
That wasn't the Great Depression. Great Depression
Those are
started in 28.
30s.
Or, I'm sorry, 29.
Right. But I'm saying like, leading into the Great Depression.
Well,
Don't take away the
leading
man's
into
answer,
Great-
okay?
All
You
right,
stated
right
his
or wrong?
case.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
20.
Wrong.
All right, great.
I'll take the
wrong.
later end, which I think 28 was on there.
Yes.
I'll take 28.
Wrong.
Shit.
Ooh.
Come on, Whitney. Don't let Nick hit this.
It was 19 and 24 were the other ones?
We took
1914
Oh, 14.
and 1924.
And 20.
Oh, boy.
Is this a trick question? Is it going to be 14?
I know. What a dick move. It is probably going to be 14.
I'm going to say 14.
Points for Nick.
Wow.
Fuck.
1924.
Whitney outthinking herself.
I did. He's in my head.
Ah,
All right,
literally.
Jim. This question
Damn
we've
it.
had before. We probably had this exact same trivia
I
question
can do it.
a year ago
I believe
today.
in me.
What was the first balloon character
Oh,
in the
shit.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Oh, shit.
It's got to be Santa.
Let me
right?
go two from the... Oh, fuck. It probably is. I need options now. I was going to say Snoopy.
Options: Mickey Mouse,
Oh.
Felix the Cat,
Ooh.
Popeye, or Snoopy.
No, fuck you. You put that
He did.
one in. It wasn't in there. Show me the screen. You've done this to me
Yeah.
before.
That is so true.
This is why I can't fucking say the answers. I got to keep my cards close to my chest.
Well, now he's going to change mine
Yeah, he
to
fucking does this to
Santa.
me. Yeah, he changes yours to new options.
Yeah.
Give me Felix the Cat.
I got to scroll down. I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me
on, be
double
there,
check.
Felix. Be there.
It is Felix
Yes!
the Cat.
Wow.
1 point.
Felix.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's
that's
adorable.
1
Jim
point for
finally
Jim,
has 1 point.
0 for Whitney, 0 for Jacob, and
10
10 for
for
Nick.
Nick.
All
All
right.
right. Off to
Killing
a
it.
commanding second place. All right. Friend
I'm
gave-
just very angry that Nick didn't tell him that it was Snoopy.
Yeah, just to throw me under.
It was Snoopy.
My friend gave her 15-year-old child and the friends alcohol. My friend provided alcohol to her 15-year-old daughter and some of her friends. My daughter has been playing volleyball for many years and has become close friends with many of her teammates. Over time, I've also become good friends with several of their mothers, one of whom is actually one of my dearest friends. Recently, I learned that this friend has been providing alcohol to her daughter and some of the girls on the volleyball team. I feel very conflicted about this. On one hand, I understand that experimenting with drinking can sometimes be part of growing up. However, the way I was raised was very different. If we drank, smoked, or got into trouble, we'd lose privileges like having a car in college. My brothers and I took those rules seriously, and as a result, I never partied. And all three of us drove away in cars when we left for college. This friend, however, seems to enable her daughter's behavior and acts more like a friend than a parent. I'm struggling with whether I should say something to her, perhaps let her know what I've heard, or if I should stay out of it and accept that this might just be part of how some families handle teenage behavior. I love my friend. I don't want to sacrifice our friendship. I also let my daughter know she is never allowed over to my friend's home if there is a huge gathering of teens. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. I've been listening to your podcast for years, and I'm truly grateful that Whitney is now on the cast of therapists offering
it doesn't
advice,
say that.
as she is obviously the most sane one.
Oh my gosh.
As for the other
You're
three, I
amazing.
can't put into words. As for the other three,
How dare you?
As for the other three, I can't put into words what I think of you other than, damn, that was a burn. Poor Jim. Sincerely, am I an overreacting mother or just a bitch who wants to call others out?
They don't have
You
to
can
be
be
mutually
both.
exclusive.
That's right. Both. You are welcome. Well, Whitney, since you're the fucking best.
I had thoughts, so
yeah,
I'm
I hope
excited.
you fucking nail it because
Because I'm taking a break.
Standards are really high. okay.
Jim just put his feet up on
Yeah,
the
I don't give a shit
ottoman.
anymore. I don't care at all.
Who's Jim? This is so interesting. I feel like this is something that, and I don't know, we all have like kind of different backgrounds.
Were you allowed to drink as a teenager? Let's
So,
start there.
yes.
Because you stole cars. I don't think the
I
parenting was
did.
real strict.
My mom did not give a fuck.
There it
so,
is.
and I love my mom, but
We love her too.
Here's the deal. She's adorable.
Yes,
but
she
here's
is.
the thing. Oh my God, I just had way too many memories flood. Okay. So, when I was growing up, my mom didn't like give us alcohol. She was like, "Hey, girls, want a drink? Here's like, in Mean Girls, she's
the
like
cool
bringing
mom.
I'm the cool mom. Like, she never pushed it, but it was always like, if you want it, it's here. Like, there's wine coolers or Zima. It was usually those. Mostly my mom was drinking those, and she wasn't good. I don't think she had the energy to like fight to parent to that level, to be honest. But so for me, what happened was I had the opposite, or not opposite, but I had the same experience that the writer had, where I didn't drink. I literally, the first time I was drunk, I was like months away from my 21st birthday at Peter's house.
So it was a crime.
So yeah, it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
But I was
Somehow
like,
you implicated Peter in that.
and
crime.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I said drunk, but like I
What
had
a
had
snitch.
sips of things. I tried stuff, but I had friends in high school that'd be like, "I'll buy your alcohol. Just drink with us tonight." And I was just like, I had no interest in it. It just, because it wasn't taboo, or I don't know. And some of it was probably a little bit like Nick, where I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble or whatever. But
I already have that pending felony for
I
stealing
do.
that car.
The stealing the car thing when I was 13 is still there, guys.
I'm walking around with this bracelet on my fucking ankle. I just don't feel like I should do this.
My probation officer is gonna kill me.
Yeah, my PO's gonna find out.
But so for me, it just was like taken away. Now, other people like to come to my house because my mom didn't care. So I had friends over and stuff like that. But she was not, she wasn't there observing, encouraging. Like it was played out more as like, oh, if you girls drink it or whatever, then it is what it is.
Should
Right.
occasionally come in and do some body shots.
Right.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't hang out.
Depends on
Yeah.
who was over.
When it was Peter. Yeah.
So it's interesting because as I watch my friends parent teenagers now, I see more of a mix of either what your friend writer is doing, where they're like almost trying to be their kid's friend and be like, look, it's not a big deal.
I've
You
seen
can
that.
just drink. But I don't think that is the best way, because you're not taking taboo away, you're encouraging now. And so I don't think that's great. I think that encourages some really poor habits for, and you guys can attest to like the addiction side of that for the future. And I actually lean more into what your instincts tell you to talk to your friend about it. And you don't have to be a bitch about it. If I'm imagining, because I've had friends who chose to do things that I think are inherently very wrong, like not seatbelting in their children, things like that are like, if something happened and I knew about that,
Right.
I couldn't live with myself the rest of my life. I don't know.
Maybe
I think
if they get in a car accident and the first responders are trying to get the child out of the dangerous wrecked car, maybe your friend is thinking the seatbelt will impair the first responders'
Really
ability
getting ahead of the problem.
to
Yeah,
grab
honestly.
my child and pull them out of the car.
That's right.
It's a lot better without the seatbelt, because then the EMTs can just help the kid on the sidewalk where
Yeah.
they landed,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
opposed to having
Yeah.
to pull them
Just
out of the
sweep
car.
shards of glass off of his face.
Yeah. It's
What's
fine.
left of his face.
The
Child
road rash.
is thrown to safety.
Propelled
Their
from
bones-
the car accident,
Their
which
bones
is the
don't
dangerous
break.
place.
The child's bones don't break.
I applaud the writer for not being judgmental like Whitney.
Yeah. There's a real fucking highbrow stance on seatbelting children.
But take your parents' car when you're 13. It's fine.
That's fine.
But no, there are hard conversations when you're like, God, this is like, I'm telling someone how to parent their kid is how it
Right.
feels.
Yeah.
Or like, what's the limit when I know like my friend themselves, they aren't wearing seatbelt. Like, it's just a hard thing. So what I encourage you and what I've had to do in the past is like, hey, I love you. I adore you. We are really good friends. This one thing, it's really bothering me. Like, I'm worried about your child.
Right.
And they can take that however they want. You are not responsible for their feelings and their emotions when it comes to children's safety. And 15-year-olds are children still.
Yes.
Like, you have every right to step in and say your piece. And she might be upset with you. You can tell her that. If you're upset with me, that's okay. Maybe allow those feelings to exist. Or if you're hurt by this, then that's fine. But I need to tell you that this is not okay with me. I don't think this is going to be good long term.
You are much nicer than me because I am fucking furious reading this letter. Like, if I allowed my daughter or my son over to your fucking house and you are doing this shit, like, if I heard about this just as a rumor, I would be calling every other parent on the volleyball team and like,
I agree.
are you fucking aware that this happens?
I would tell other parents,
like,
for
who
sure.
the fuck do you think you are that you can have more of an allegiance with these children who we entrusted to your house to have like care of them? You don't have a fucking like, oh, but I'm the cool parent, or it's no big deal. You don't get to fucking make that decision for my child. Fuck you. Like, it's absolutely inappropriate that you're allowing these other kids over to your house. Like, take away the question of like the ethics of giving kids alcohol, letting them experiment with it. Fine. That is my choice, though. And when you take that choice away and then you deliberately hide that you're doing that from all the other parents, no, dude, fuck you. Like, I want there to be consequences for you. I want the rest of us to fucking get our kids out of there. Now, if you're the cool mom who talks to other moms and they're aware, hey, the girls they asked if they could drink. I have some drinks. I will watch over them. Are you cool with that? All right, then fine. Then everybody's informed consent on this. Yeah. And like, that's a different conversation about like, is this a good thing or not? Yeah. I am bothered that my friend does this, but if everybody else supports it, then should I just shut the fuck up and stay out of it? Yeah, that's a different conversation. But if you are a stakeholding parent in this volleyball team and you're aware that other children are being like offered something probably without their parents' understanding or permission, I think you have a moral obligation to not fuck confronting her. I think you need to tell the other parents and
I would tell the other
make her answer
too,
for this. Be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but I think talking to her too and helping her understand, because if you take a stance that's like super confrontational, and I've seen this happen with friends of mine who had parents who were like, yeah, well, we just do that. They just stop going over there and they still let their kids drink, and then other kids are over there drink. Like, they're just like, fuck you then. Right. So it's like, it's kind of reaching out to say like, hey, this is a big deal. Yeah. But yes, you can be very pissed. I don't have kids, but I would be pissed too, I think, if my 4-year-old at my house right now was at someone's house drinking. Yeah.
When like Jacob babysits my kids. Yeah. You know, I
and
never
they come back just completely hungover.
There's a lot of whiskey on their breath.
Yeah, they just
very confusing.
They stink. You know, they come like, it's weird. It's like they smell like skunks. You know, just like it's a lot of different things. You know,
Jacob's
like,
eyebrows.
But they're fucking happy, aren't they?
They're really happy though.
I took great care of them.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I'll ask them, like, what'd you do? What'd you do at Uncle Jacob's house? And it's nothing. You know, I guess they never really do anything. You know, but they're like, what'd you guys do? Nothing. We just pet the
played
dogs.
outside.
Don't worry about it, Narc.
Yeah. It's weird. Just nothing. Where'd you get all this jewelry?
Snitches get stitches, bitch.
So obviously,
so there's one component here, which is just one parent affecting not only their kids but other people's kids. Okay, let's just remove that from the equation. We've addressed that piece. How do you feel about if it was just this parent allowing her own kids to drink? What are your takes on that?
Right, like let's detach these kids. Oh, the parent is allowing her own children to drink in the house.
Yes,
the parent is making a decision for their kid.
Yeah, because I think we're all on the same page.
Like it's New Year's Eve and your son's 15, and he's like, "Can I have a glass of champagne?"
So are you allowing that as a parent? Yeah, the only parent in the room.
Yes, I am. As far as you all know.
Would you?
Well, Whitney would probably be aware.
Do you?
I would have known.
I don't think Whitney has any illegitimate children. She would be aware.
What? Yeah. Hey, you don't know that I didn't donate my eggs?
That's right. Yeah, you know, got really drunk one night.
Yeah.
There was that year and a half that she just doesn't remember at all.
That's right.
I went to a special place, special home.
Just
Actually, maybe that scar isn't from getting a kidney removed.
Now that I think about it, that was a big kidney. It's a very big kidney. Do you allow
from the front?
Yeah, and she also lactates a lot. Oh, that was weird.
Do you allow your
never brought it up?
Your kids to drink?
Are really damp.
Would you allow your kids to just go over there? Is that the question?
I think no. How do you feel about underage drinking?
Yeah,
underage drinking, parents allowing their kids to drink.
So coming from an addictions background, I don't love it. Like I've seen a lot of research that says it's probably not a great thing if it can be avoided. I think the neurodevelopment of the kids, it could open up some doors that you didn't need to try. Like, and they will be just fine without it. And like giving them this coping skill or like this socializing like thing, I don't love it in kids' lives. So like I consider it like parenting malpractice. I think we all came from a generation where
that's what I was gonna say earlier. Like the generation we were all growing up was like,
it was very normalized coming up. Like my cousins, my aunt and uncle did that. And my cousin was 2 years older than me, so I hung out with him all the time. His friends were my friends, and they always were like, it's open bar at our house. Like that's totally fine.
About what age do you think is okay? Is it 21 or is it like 18 or what do you think?
That's true. He comes out from college.
I've seen research that says you should probably stay off of it till you're about 25 until that frontal cortex finishes developing. But
So, and this is my thought, because my views have changed on this as I learned more about brain development.
okay.
Because I remember my girlfriend in high school, her parents allowed them to drink. So her brother was always like, he was, I think, a year younger than me, and he was always drinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
their philosophy, I remember, was just like, well, we know he's going to do it,
Do it here.
so we may as well like allow him to do it. And he's very good about like, if he gets drunk and not driving, he'll give us a call and we'll come
Right.
pick him up, blah, 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 whatever.
Which is
And
not
so-
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
There's a
means-
responsibility element
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
Yeah.
So they are kind of teaching him that, right?
Yeah.
And then I also remember another friend of mine in high school who I bumped into later on in college, and we were talking, and he drank through high school. And then it's like one of those things that happens when the kids
all through high school.
Yeah.
He was
Just-
a mess.
At
and
homeroom, he's
the
just taking
kids
shots.
that didn't drink in high school go off to college and they get drunk for the first time and just like completely overdo it.
Guilty. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
And his argument was like, well, I drank through high school, so I knew how to handle
It's
alcohol.
like an inoculation
so
argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I was inoculated
so
against
it's just kind of like
how
it didn't-
bad alcohol could be.
It didn't get crazy or out of control or anything.
Okay.
So it's like at the time that kind of made sense to me too.
Yeah.
But as I've learned more
I've seen
about
anecdotal evidence that would support that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as I've gotten older and gone through, college education, learning about brain development, the thing that bothers me isn't really the responsibility aspect, or they're going to do it anyway, may as well do it where we can supervise. The thing that bothers me most is really just the brain development.
You're hurting your brain.
Because those years are incredibly important. The late adolescent years, this is where your brain goes through synaptic pruning, right? So for those of you who need to look that up, I'm looking at Jacob.
Would you like me to look it up so that I can tell you about it? What do you want me to do?
So basically, synaptic pruning, essentially, like anytime we've used this saying before, but like neurons that fire together get wired together. So it's how our brain learns, right? So it starts making all of these connections. Well, at some point it gets to this point where your brain has so many connections that it's no longer running efficiently.
Right.
So then what it does is it does what's called synaptic pruning, where it goes in and it starts cutting the connections that aren't being utilized. Right. So this is why it's a lot easier to learn a second language as a child than it is as an adult. Right. Because that pathway has been formed already.
Right.
I have looked it up, and Nick's explanation of it was excellent.
Oh, thank you, Jacob.
Shocker.
Very nice.
That's all I want.
Okay,
Yeah.
just a little bit of
That's all I
validation.
need.
Yeah.
Just
Brain's
a little
process
bit.
of eliminating weak or unused synaptic connections to make neural circuits more efficient.
There you go.
There you go. Okay,
Well
I'm
done, Nick
I'm going to give
Tansman.
myself 5 points for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
15 points for Nick so far.
Up to 15.
So
Yeah.
exposing
Run away with
a new brain to substances that are psychoactive probably
Yeah.
inhibits that process.
Yes. And this is my issue too, like, because I used to run an adolescent treatment program.
Yeah.
And so parents would come in all the time and they would just be like, yeah, we caught him. He was doing cocaine with some friends. And they're like, I know he smokes weed, but I'm fine with that. I don't really care. That's not really that big
marijuana.
an issue.
Non-issue.
Because they
Who
were like,
cares?
it's legal now. And I'm
Right.
like, it's not legal for a
It's not.
15-year-old.
No, it's still
Alcohol's
not.
For 15
legal
years
too,
old.
or-
It's not
Yeah.
legal, right? And I would explain, like, there's a reason why they set age limits for this stuff. They didn't just come up with 21 just randomly.
Yeah. They
Like,
could pick
I don't
any
like
age
the
then.
way 20 feels. Let's
first,
go
for that
21.
matter.
Right.
Yeah. Like there's a reason for that number, and it has to do with brain development. So
Yeah.
that part bothers me.
Yeah, no, I think that, fleshing out all the different details on this, look, I don't think you have to sabotage your friendship. I think that was smart of you to get ahead of this with your daughter and set an expectation with her that
Yes.
says, hey, just so you know where I stand, I am not okay with this as your mother.
And thank you for telling me.
Right. And yeah, thank you. But this also puts the mom in a weird position, right? Because like if my kid tells me, hey, don't overreact, Dad, but like I've heard this is true. Now, if I go blow up the other mom or lead a freaking mutiny on the volleyball team, I've outed my daughter,
Yes.
right? And that could harm our relationship where she's like,
Yeah.
dude, I told you that in confidence. Now you've disincentivized me from being truthful in the future. And that's a hard situation, right?
Yeah.
But like, and I could see a parent being like, all right, look, I'm going to honor the secrecy my daughter's given me here. I'm going to stay the fuck out of it. And I'm just going to mind my child. But a part of me goes, I'm sorry, this supersedes our agreement of
I
privacy.
know.
These are children. These are 15-year-olds drinking
I think explaining
together.
that to your daughter too,
Yeah,
and it
and
turning
you're the
into a
fucking
life
cool
lesson.
mom. And like, I don't know what goes on at your house. I don't know, if these kids are drunk or whatever. Like, bad things fucking happen. Adults around, drunk teenage girls, probably not a fucking great idea. So, yeah, no, for me, I would be blowing whistles on this. At a minimum, I would call my friend and say, look, I heard this is what's up. Is that what's up? Like, how do you guys run your policy here in this house? And friend's probably going to be very open about it. Like, oh, yeah, no big deal.
Especially if
we do
you're
this.
curious at first, like, what is
And
happening?
I'd probably be like, yo, I really want to talk to you about this. Like, here's why I rationally think that's a really bad idea. You are committing a crime. And I don't think that, are the other parents aware? And if all the other parents are like, yeah, no, we're cool with it. You're a square, Jim. Like, okay, great.
Well,
then it's not my fucking business anymore.
Yeah.
So I would definitely talk to the friend about it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, this is a really important lesson that your daughter needs to learn about you.
Yeah.
That if she comes up to you with, Dad, don't freak out, she needs to know.
Yeah.
You're going to freak out.
Well,
This is
it's a
Jim we're
teachable
talking
moment.
about.
Yeah, Dad was always going to freak out. But like, it's a teachable moment for the relationship with the child too, to be like, look, I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not calling the cops necessarily, but like, I am going to go have a direct conversation with this, honey. And here's the reason why, because you are children. And if I ignore this, it's pretending that you're not. And it's giving you the impression that you guys aren't. And you are children.
Yeah.
And like, you do need to be parented.
And my reaction to this does not mean that you didn't do the right thing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm still proud of you, but sometimes doing the right thing requires reactions. There is still a consequence to that. I'm also a mandated reporter.
Right.
So like me just knowing that is like, I don't know I can't just fucking ignore that.
Yeah.
So Jacob, you've been conspicuously quiet over there.
I'm just listening.
Because I saw you out in front of the gas station earlier, and those teenage kids asked you to run inside. They gave you like $20.
They're daddy.
Yeah. I mean, you came out with that 12-pack of Coors.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
Dude,
I saw you put it in that
I was
guy's
going
trunk.
in anyway.
I had a friend in high school who was one of those moles who would, the police or
Oh,
whoever
yeah.
would
Oh,
like
yeah.
have her stand outside and ask people to buy her alcohol, and then when they say yes, they would go.
That
get
is a
them.
bullshit. I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, I know.
Peter
That's a
said that, he was
bullshit
like,
move.
that's such bullshit.
That's
Like,
a bullshit move. You'll fuck
like,
yourself, police. No, I mean, I'm sitting over here thinking about the conversation to have with the other parent.
Right.
I think everybody agrees that a conversation seems warranted. Here's the thing, like you know what your daughter told you better than we do. Obviously, if your daughter is saying like, hey, the mom over there is if they come over, she's letting the kids have a couple of drinks. If it's a wine cooler or two. I'm not minimizing anything. I'm just saying, like, you know what the report was more than we do. So I mean, use your judgment on that. If you wanted to broach the topic with the other parent and perhaps not go in with a full-throated rebuke of it, you could definitely just say, "Hey, this is something that my daughter told me about." And first you'll confirm that it's true. Do all of those things. Get the story from the other parent. And then you can absolutely have a conversation with the other parent from the perspective of just your kid.
Right.
You can definitely have the conversation of like, hey, just so you know, if my daughter is at your house,
Don't give her.
she is not allowed to do this. And and you can have that conversation any direction you want to have. You can have that conversation of like, if you give my daughter alcohol, I will call the police.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go that direction.
Yeah.
You can go the direction of I'm willing to trust you with my daughter's safety. So
Right.
if you're telling me that you're not going to give my daughter alcohol, I will choose to believe that you're not going that you're going to honor our friendship. You can have that conversation any direction you want to have it.
I like that.
But perhaps that's a way to broach the topic with the other parent that isn't just full on hellfire and brimstone.
That's probably wise.
And maybe take Jim's rhetoric and dial it back. I don't know,
That's probably good.
23 points or so.
Usually that's the move. Out of 10. Yeah.
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 Just
That's
settle.
great advice.
Just settle right the fuck down.
Yeah.
And don't say things like mandated reporter.
Right. Yeah. That makes people. I like your advice. I think that's spot on. Starting from a position of curiosity. This is a genuine friend of yours. You do love this woman.
Yeah.
And so calling her and saying, hey, I heard about this. What's the deal with that?
Talk to me.
Yeah. What are you doing over there?
Tell me about it. Go from a position of
Neutral.
No.
Oh.
I always
Curiosity.
go from a position of believing women.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When there's so many different women saying different things, though.
You got to believe them all, Joe.
Okay, that's the move. Okay, got it.
There
Got
we
it, got
go.
it.
It's
That's
like
it.
Pokemon.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah,
got to
yeah,
believe
yeah.
them all.
Yeah. That's fine. Don't worry about the contradictions. Just be like, yeah, no, I just.
What
yes.
contradiction?
It's a hashtag, Jim.
Right. I'm sorry.
It's a hashtag.
There's no contradictions, Whitney. I'm sorry about that. And I
Thank
believe
you.
you. I
You
just
should
want you to
be.
know this is a safe place. And so,
We'll
also,
Are you gonna snitch on me? Just kidding.
Are you the one? Are you the one giving these kids? Come over to Auntie Whitney's house.
Come
Everybody's
on,
fucking
kids.
lit.
Whitney's just standing outside of gas stations asking dudes to buy her liquor. And the cops just keep walking up going, we did not ask you to do this.
Also,
do I look
nobody's
underage?
mistaking you for under 21.
Do I look 18?
Even with the pigtails?
Yeah, she's just out there with
And the schoolgirl outfit.
Ma'am,
Little
you're
girl
just
outfit.
panhandling.
They arrested me for something.
I'm the victim here. I was helping. I'm a vigilante. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about a discouraged doctoral candidate. You're listening to Pod Therapy, Thanksgiving edition.
Today's episode is brought to you by Jake Schneider, Malia, Richard Macy, Sonny Boy, Thunder Cougar, Falcon Scoop, Slurping Motherfucker, Sander McWaffle, Elena, Gabriel, Adame, Adam, Warren, BK, Duke Grimes, and Blip Blop. Would you like to sponsor the show? Become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy.
All right, so the score stands at I'm in a courageous
One.
lead with one
That's not the lead.
You're
buddy.
in second place with one.
to the narrator.
Yes.
Nobody wants him to win.
Eh,
I'm the people's champion.
there's at least one person in here that does. Okay. Whitney.
Yes.
I'm rooting for Mr. Nick.
Which U.S. state produces the most turkeys annually?
Oh, boy.
Buzz.
The state
Turkey.
of Butterball. Oh, there it is. Obviously.
The U.S. state that is a country, Turkey.
No, they produce chicken. Damn it.
I always get that confused. It's like Iceland and Greenland.
Yes, exactly.
Which one's nice?
Oh man, I feel like it's gonna be like South Dakota or something. I want options for this one.
Okay.
The options.
North Carolina, Minnesota, Arkansas, or Iowa?
Oh, boy. It's too cold in Minnesota for turkeys. That can't be a thing. Well, I guess if they're in cages, which they probably are.
I'm going
I
North
think
Carolina.
turkeys
You said
are
North
fine
Carolina?
in the winter.
I don't think they're
Yeah.
free range.
Yeah, probably not.
You said North Carolina? Is one?
North Carolina is
I'm
one.
gonna choose that.
I
one.
like that answer.
No.
Oh.
Jacob.
Oh.
It's almost never the first option.
I'll take
Yeah.
Arkansas.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
my
good. That was going to be my
God.
second one. So if that was it, I
I'm
was
down
gonna
to
be bad.
Minnesota and what?
Iowa.
Oh.
You know which one it is.
Or Nick
You
takes
know
a
which one it is.
15-point lead.
If Iowa was the place where turkeys come from, we would never hear the fucking
I think you might
end
be
of
onto
it.
something here.
No,
Maybe
we
we
just
just haven't
discovered
gotten
this.
to it
Yeah.
yet.
way.
We've been so focused on corn and
He's
pork
just been sitting on
And
this.
manners.
and manners.
And
yeah.
man-
We know about fucking
And obedience.
HoboCon. We would be aware. We would know. Give me Minnesota.
It is Minnesota.
Yeah. That was solid logic.
Yeah.
The math.
But you are
math.
completely wrong on the winter part.
I know.
Turkeys are a winter
bird.
bird. Yeah, that's
okay.
turkey season is in the fall.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
hunting
I
season.
don't think
yeah.
of birds as except penguins.
Those pesky wabbits.
All right. Let's see. Who's up? Jacob.
Jacob.
Jake Hall.
Sarah Joseph Hale.
SJ?
Josephia
Oh.
Hale, who campaigned for Jesus Christ, who campaigned for Thanksgiving
Morissette.
to become a national holiday, also wrote which famous nursery rhyme?
Wow. I need
She
to
campaigned for Thanksgiving to become a holiday,
Okay.
and she wrote this famous nursery rhyme. I don't think these two have anything
Well, you're
to
going to need
do
some
with
options,
Thanksgiving.
my man.
Why do you assume that I need options?
That you know nursery
from
rhymes
the,
about
from the
Thanksgiving?
author of Little Miss Muffet.
Ooh. Is that the one?
Yes, I would like some
Okay.
options, please.
Oh, okay.
Humpty Dumpty,
Oh, that was
right.
my guess.
Mary Had a Little Lamb, Jack and Jill, or Ba Ba Black Sheep.
It's just shot in the dark with this, right?
Yeah.
None of those are Thanksgiving.
I always do the Humpty Dance at Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Very Humpty.
So
huh?
I will take Humpty Dumpty.
He's very traditional.
Sorry,
The
no.
traditional Humpty Dance.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, Nick, I said the traditional one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Not the new
sorry.
Humpty
Not
Dance.
the new one. These kids
Shake
have-
it all about.
The perversion of the original.
Right.
All right, so Humpty Dumpty's off the table.
I keep Humpty's message pure.
I'm a fundamentalist Humpty dancer. All right.
Evangelizing.
Give me Ba Ba Black Sheep.
No.
Shit.
What was A? Because I'm going to tell you.
A is Humpty Dumpty.
That
Oh
one's off
fuck!
the
See,
table.
it's never A. Baba Black Sheep.
Mary Had a Little Lamb or Jack and Jill?
Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill.
No.
Fuck.
Jeez. Wow.
15
I
points for
switched
Nick.
it on the last second. I was like,
damn.
Baba Black Sheep.
Okay.
she was the black sheep.
So, no, it wasn't Black Sheep because I guessed that one.
Oh, what was it?
Or-
It was Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary had the other sheep one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The other lamb.
Mary
lamb
had-
sheep.
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't see sheep color.
Jim.
Oh, we're still doing this. Okay.
Yep, we're still doing
I
this.
forgot the game was
I
going
thought
on.
we're
In which U.S. state is the Butterball Turkey Hotline headquartered?
Oh, boy. Give me
I think
options.
I know this one.
okay.
Kentucky.
Juneau, Alaska.
Yeah.
Is it Illinois? Is it Minnesota, Arkansas, or Missouri?
Well, I mean, it would stand to reason that it would be Minnesota. So, all right.
Seems like that's
But I feel like a
the
call center,
obvious
it's just
choice.
it's the headquarters.
Oh.
So a call center, you don't necessarily want that where
you
the
want
turkeys
good
are.
taxes.
You just want, you want favorable tax laws. So they ain't going to stay in some liberal ass place like Minnesota.
Minnesota has good tax laws.
I'll bet you they don't. It's a liberal state. They're taxing those people to pieces.
We have good
That's the whole
tax
reason my
laws.
dad moved away.
That's right.
It is, honestly. They moved away because of the taxes.
Okay, well then it's not
Yeah.
Minnesota.
And they were vocal about it.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
They had some thoughts.
Oh, but business tax laws are a whole different.
I thought
ballgame.
the bit you were saying was my dad left our family because of the tax laws. Like I have to go live in this other
I've
state.
always suspected. I've never asked.
I get it. I get it.
Having a family
Look,
is
I love
really
you all,
expensive.
but I'm not going to
Yeah,
fucking do this anymore. You guys can live here, but I make the money. I'm going to this other state. All right, so I'm scratching Minnesota off. Was one of them Arkansas? What was
One
that?
of them was Arkansas.
All right, give me Arkansas. That's
No.
a cheap labor. Fuck.
I knew
Whitney.
they had bad tax laws too. Minnesota, Arkansas. What were the other two?
Illinois or Missouri?
I'm gonna go with Missouri.
I like Missouri.
No.
Oh.
Minnesota.
No, it's Illinois.
God damn
20
it.
points for
we are
Nick.
so bad at this. Wow.
Or Nick is really good at it.
That's,
Or he's just lying. You know, like, don't
know
ever
what?
take that off the
Could be
table.
too.
that's fair. We need
is
someone to be
totally
checking
capable.
this at
We
home.
don't check these answers.
We don't.
You're not ever
Nick is in control.
anything. Wow.
Because I know you guys don't care enough to check the answers.
do not.
I care a lot.
Discouraged doctoral candidate. Hey, Pod Therapy crew. I'm writing in today for what seems like such a stupid thing, but is hurting my heart. I'm a doctoral candidate in counseling, education, and supervision, and I'm currently in my dissertation. The way my program is set up, we take dissertation seminar one semester to write chapter 2, the literature review, advanced research the next semester to write chapters 1 and 3, introduction and statistics, and then it's typically 2 more semesters to get IRB approval, run the study, and analyze the results, then finally defend. With the guidance of my entire committee, we planned that I would shave off a semester and graduate in May. I was basically the shining star of our group, as I had my chapter 2 written, polished, edited by a subject matter expert way before anybody else. It was clear in our class meetings that others were looking up to me, and I felt great. I loved the topic and enjoyed the process. Most of Chapter 1 was completed at that time as well, just because I wanted to stay ahead. As soon as we got into the statistics of Chapter 3, the wheels fell off. All started well. My draft was done exceptionally early, and I felt good about it. I expressed my concerns about not really understanding my statistical analyses. I'm running an ANOVA and an ANCOVA, but she reassured me that it was totally normal and I would learn as I went. A buddy of mine from the program was also moving quickly, and when I found out he was defending his proposal, our program has us defend the proposal prior to the IRB review, I felt a twinge of competitiveness that he beat me, but used it as leverage to push harder. My chair took a bit to review my Chapter 3, and when I received it back, I was frustrated. I pretty much had to redo it in its entirety. So I buckled down and did. On the next review, which I spent an immense amount of time on, my chair came back saying that it sounded AI written, which we should not be needing AI to write by the time we are in dissertation. And I had to completely redo it again. Now, I was devastated, absolutely crushed. I apologized profusely for any implications that I had done that, and if somehow I had maybe accidentally done something wrong. Apparently, using Grammarly Pro, which the school pays for us, every student, and makes us use, made it sound AI written. I also felt like my character had been attacked, and the relationship I had with my chair was damaged. We've presented at conferences together multiple times, and she is who I have gone to for advice in general regarding career and the program. I lost all motivation or interest in even finishing this program, but I mustered up all I could do while on vacation once again, rewriting chapters 1 and 3. Her review came back once again that it needs considerable work, and maybe I should speak to both my stats person on my committee and the head stats person for the program. Well, she was much kinder and supportive in that email. I feel like I can't do this anymore. My husband has been sacrificing for me to be in this program. Even my parents who live near us have jumped in to help with things at home to make this possible. I've put off having children because I didn't want to not finish my program like many others because they do have children. I feel so much guilt for holding out on kids, both for my husband and parents who are now aging. I'm the only child and they so look forward to having grandkids. And because I can't figure out fucking statistics, I feel like the doc program is my excuse for everything and has been for years now. I've always been the person that can do whatever I set my mind to, finishing undergrad in 3 years, my master's in 2, saw my first client at 22 years old, etc. I know logically this is just a fucking dissertation. I'm in my 20s, which is far younger than anyone else in my program. I am not behind, but for the first time in my life, I feel like I just can't. I've lost all interest in teaching future counselors, which I was so excited for. I feel defeated, like a part of my life has been taken. I expressed how lost I felt to my chair and also asked if the May graduation date was out of the window. And she was very supportive but did agree that it was past the point of May being possible. For the first time in my life, I can't seem to muster up the fire to just push harder. Working on it now feels like torture, but it completely consumes my thoughts and emotions nearly all the time in a negative way. I'm just tired and feel like I have nothing left to give to this. I understand this is beyond not right-sized and is actually absolutely ridiculous, but that's where I'm at. Yes, I'm trying to find my own therapist again, but I'm also kind of in a jam of not being sure where the heck to find time in the day to do therapy, which would take away from actually addressing the stressor. Plus, finding a therapist as a therapist is hard. Yet I've spent an hour writing this letter to you while procrastinating working on Chapter 3. So anyway, CBT skills aren't working, neither any ACT, DBT, or SFBT. Whatever the heck else I can think of. I'm out of ideas, drained, frustrated, generally pissy, and lost. I don't even know exactly what to ask. Just help. Sincerely discouraged doc candidate. Pronouns are she and her.
Ooh-wee. This is interesting.
Dude, dropping out of a program when you're that far into it. Oof.
I know. I hear this just, shooting from the hip here. I hear this as that defeated feeling from like just being so far out in front, being such an overachiever, and getting that that knockdown, like, oh, I've hit a roadblock. Mm-hmm. And now I hit kind of a second roadblock. And now it feels like I've just slowed my momentum.
And none of these roadblocks were part of my plan.
Right. Not even a thought. Not even like, oh, if something goes wrong, then it was just, I'm just doing this. Because our expectations are what set a lot of our emotions when things are playing out. It's like, well, my expectation was I'm going to graduate early. And now if I'm not, I'm just a fucking failure. Then I guess why even try? Like, I have met with clients who are maybe out, usually they're in college. And when they've come out of high school, and it was easy. They're like, I never had to study in high school. They freeze in college. It's this interesting like phenomenon. And I kind of see that in the writer a little bit where it's like, oh, this one class I'm just not getting for some reason. I've never not gotten something before. Like, and then they just don't go to class and then they can't leave their house. Like it's kind of wild to watch because you're like, oh, you can do this, but it's like hitting their first roadblock. It can be debilitating.
There's also an expectation that goes along with competition too, because like you are so far out in the lead that you think that this is what I should expect because I'm so far out ahead of everybody else. When in reality, that's the exception, not the expectation. So when you first start with the exception and get the feeling of what that's like, and then when everything kind of starts to even out over time, then now it feels like you're behind, only because you're not as far out as you once were. So it's like, I don't know, it's that weird phenomenon where it's like, the people who have the most privilege feel like they're the most oppressed, right? Because any kind of pushback against that privilege feels like oppression. And so that's hard. And there's also a little bit of it's hard also to kind of fight against this sunken cost fallacy here, where it's like, well, I'm so far into this now, I've got to do it. But I kind of also agree with that.
Yeah, you do.
Because
I'm just gonna say you do got to do it. You got to finish.
I was going to say putting fallacy at the end of that isn't always good.
Exactly. Yeah. I think
like sometimes it's just like, no, this is silly to not finish this.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I mean, is it one of those things where, in 15 years looking back, you're going to be like, oh man, why didn't I just, push through, do a couple more semesters? And,
it feels like a really big deal right now, especially with all the hard work you've put into it. And side note really quick, the AI thing, y'all, I cannot tell you how many times I have thought, thank God I did not go to college
for sure.
These poor students, a lot of it's like poor teachers and poor students.
Right.
Like teachers are trying to like make sure you're not doing it, and students are trying to like make sure you don't think I'm doing it. But then like now Grammarly AI is well, that's AI. Like,
and the consequences are tremendous.
Yes,
like at UNLV,
that's a big deal.
Our system has like an auto checker thing that you can run papers through, and but it's also an AI. So like, I don't fucking know. But like,
so you're using AI to combat AI.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this goddamn Cold War, between these two sides.
Skynet.
And if we think that you wrote it with AI, technically you've done academically dishonest things that if you wanted to be letter of the law about it, you could expel them for.
Yeah.
Can't you just use AI and then say, make this sound like I didn't use AI?
There's got to be a way to do that.
There's got to be.
No, it's not a way. It's what Nick just
exactly
said.
That.
Well, you don't have to figure out anything else.
That was it.
Nick just said it. You just do that.
Make it sound like I'm 5.
Yeah. No, I mean that is the AI part of this. I do empathize with the with your professor a little bit on that, because like it's like Whitney was alluding to, everyone is just trying to figure this out.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone is just right now trying to figure out this AI thing and what that means for education as a whole.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that part, I'm sorry that you're having to deal with it, but also I don't know what to do about that. Like if right now is just like you're just in this weird spot in history where you also have to think about making sure your paper doesn't sound like AI wrote it.
If you're too smart.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. That's just what it is.
I will agree. So like I went through a similar experience.
Like when I was a kid, we weren't able to use calculators in math class.
Yeah.
Because we weren't always going to have calculators on us. That was always the thing. And now we do always have calculators on us.
You guys have calculators
and so math is taught differently.
Yeah, no, we all carry TI-89s.
Oh.
Yeah. I had to stop carrying around my cell phone because the TI-89 was in my pocket.
The calculator does do TI.
I almost dropped out of my
they
master's.
have the TI app for iPhone.
It's not even an app. It's in the calculator.
Oh, that's
yeah,
pretty
you
cool.
can
Yeah,
like
just turn it
full-on-
sideways. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I almost had to drop out of my master's program because of statistics.
Okay.
Statistics, yeah.
Statistics
the
is
hardest
interesting
fucking
because
class.
Peter is smart as fuck, y'all. He got like all A's through all of college, and I remember him being like, "Will you help like tutor me in statistics?" I was like,
it's so
"What?
hard.
You don't
because
get
it
statistics?"
looks like math.
It's not.
And it's not.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and it
he
fucks with people.
was so held up on that too.
Oh,
He's
it's
like,
the
"No, I
worst.
struggled through that." I'm like, "What?"
Dude,
No.
it was so hard. That was the only class I ever really did sincerely consider cheating in. And because it came down to it, because I was like, I am not going to
Let
be
this keep me
sacrificed.
from doing what
And it was a later class for me. Like I was
Oh,
already pretty
yeah.
far into my master's. It was like
Oh,
one
in
of
your
the final
master's?
ones. This was
we
for
had
my
to take
master's.
an undergrad.
So did we. We
Yeah.
had taken the undergrad, and then I think because I took it in my undergrad, I didn't have to do
Oh,
it.
So
maybe
here's
that's
how it
or
happened
something
for
like
me.
You went
I
to
never
Liberty.
took it in undergrad. Not a lot of statistics needed at Bible college.
Yeah, I went to
And so,
What?
Yeah.
I went to
so my
Christian
Bible
University.
degree did not need me doing a lot of statistical analysis.
Probably not a whole lot of biology.
Not
either.
as much, yeah. As much as I would have liked. A lot of fish
Big
stuff.
Bang.
I learned a lot about fish. that came up a lot.
How do you multiply fish and
Yeah,
bread?
fish and bread. Yeah, all the word problems.
Water
were
and
just-
wine, but don't
you never
drink the
really
wine.
had to solve it. It was just like a miracle happened. Oh yeah, you're right. Excellent.
What are the statistics on people that read the entire Bible
Yeah.
and then stay in the church?
Yeah, that's very low.
That's one that they don't want to teach those
That
statistics.
number's not good.
Yeah.
So for me, I had to like during my master's, they actually told me
Damn.
I had to go take an undergrad class in stats. So I did that so I could then go and take the master stats class.
Well, that had to
and that
feel,
was really hard.
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
both
did
were
you
really hard.
feel
for me.
like this writer almost? You're like, you're telling me I have to go backwards? to
Yeah,
keep
so I
going?
had to unlock it by doing the bachelor's class. And then when I did that one, which I barely got through,
Yeah.
then I had to take the master's one.
Damn.
And in my school, if you got below a B, the class didn't count.
Right.
And so I was like
my
fighting my way
God.
up through the
Which
C.
is common for
a lot of grad
graduate degree.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like it was a real pain in the ass. And like I was so desperate toward the end of this that like there was a online test that we had to take, and I sincerely went on like basically the Craigslist of finding people that cheat and like trying to find somebody to do this. And I actually found this guy. He was a Pakistani engineer who cheated on college people's tests as a side hustle. And so like he just basically had this whole racket where he had a very elaborate way to get all your credentials so he could get into the thing. And like if it was a distance like test or whatever, he could do it for you. He was, and I got really close to hiring him. And then I finally chickened out.
You remember what he was charging?
Yeah, that
little
it was
did
actually
you know, this is the kid
Yeah.
that used to try to ask people at the grocery store to buy
that's
alcohol.
right. That's
that
right. It
grew
was
up.
a sting. Chris Hansen was going to walk in there and sit down with a plate of cookies. Like, why don't you just have a seat, Jim? Like, oh, shit.
Yeah, did you actually like
Jim, do you know who I am?
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
It's
so
all
it
about
was,
the statistics. That's it.
Wait, do you remember the cost of it?
Huh?
Do you remember what the cost would have been?
Oh
yeah. Man. It was a long time ago. It was like 2012, and I think it was enough money that you had to think about it. Like,
Okay.
it was probably less than $1,000.
I was already thinking that guy was banking.
Yeah, he knew what he was selling.
Yeah.
And then you also don't want somebody who's not charging very much. If they're like, yeah, $20, you're like,
No,
are you gonna fuck this up, or
Yeah.
like, are you
Yeah.
gonna like tell somebody? Like, you
Yeah.
want the guy who seems really professional about it. He's like,
Yeah.
I charge because I know I'm gonna ace
Yeah.
this thing,
Yeah.
and also your secret dies with me. I'm in Pakistan.
You want
Like,
the cheating paper writing salesman. You want to use the same criteria that you would use on a prostitute.
Yeah, exactly. Don't skimp.
That's
if
true.
the prostitute says, "I'll do it for $20,"
Yeah.
Keep walking.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
You're gonna carry something with you from that experience.
That's right.
The
Yeah.
double black.
Come back on that one. So yeah, I relate to the writer because that statistics class almost burned me, and like that was really tough because I was like, dude, I really might not finish this entire program because there is no way around this. I had already taken the statistics class. I was struggling. Like I was trying so hard, and this was back before we had AI, obviously, that could teach you this stuff now. And back then, I was trying to like watch YouTube videos. I called a friend of mine.
Look
who
at
was an
that book
economist.
5 million times. The words never
It
change.
was
You're
never
like,
getting better. I was trying to understand. It was just like learning a whole nother language. Like I couldn't get it.
That was mine. Was Spanish.
Oh,
learning
okay.
a different language. That's what it cost me to almost not get my degree.
God.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That was
yeah,
your
I remember
stumbling
this
block.
story.
Yeah. I cheated.
Yeah. Did you have a
That's
Pakistani guy?
I hired a guy to write a paper in
Pakistani
Spanish.
guy
for
to
me.
teach me Spanish.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está usted?
always reminds me of the scene from The Office where Dwight goes to like a Home Depot to pick up some laborers, and one of the laborers is Nate from the warehouse, and they're speaking Spanish to each other,
like-
but it's like terrible Spanish. Like,
both bad Spanish.
"Donde are you from?"
Like, just speak English. Yeah,
Oh,
my
you
English.
speak English?
My English
Yeah.
is better.
My English is really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
So yeah, it's these stumbling blocks are really hard, writer. And obviously you don't ask us for any specific advice on this. I mean, because I think we all are going to encourage you, right? Like it's the rise and grind. It's like you just keep going at it. And like, I don't know, like to me, you've come far enough in the process. You're at the IBR phase. Like you're at the part where you're like submitting the testing analyses. You're trying to get permission to run the experiments. It's going to get done. It always eventually does. And, I don't know that you're falling behind in life. But I do think the writer brings up a really good point. I've seen this with a lot of my grad students who put off other priorities in their life because they're like, this is my career. I need to be able to make money and then raise a family or whatever. So a delay is very significant for them. And I think that the writer is bringing up some things that don't often get talked about with grad schools and doctoral programs. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, one of my students was coming to me for like some career advice of, graduation and looking for jobs. And she was talking about after graduating from her master's, going back for her PhD in getting like a PsyD, like going back to becoming a clinical psychologist. And I'm like trying to talk to her about like, why would you do that? You already have a master's that leads to one counseling discipline. Go do the job. And she's talking about, well, I really want to make money. And I'm trying to explain to her like, you're going to take 7 more years not making money,
right?
So that you can get $20,000 more with the PsyD. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, if that.
Yeah, like
that's
you could have made money all those years. Like that's
because sometimes
too.
The math works out if you don't retire until you're 90.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, time is a really important resource and like life development for a lot of these people. And like a lot of therapists are women and like going to grad school is a 3-year commitment in most cases. And like that, a lot of them, if they're trying to family plan or get married and stuff, like this writer saying, look, my husband is all alone paying for this. And like, I'm going to school, and sometimes I feel weird about that. Like, I'm just over here at my little classes, reading my little book, turning in my little assignments. This dude goes into the fucking coal mines and like puts bread on the table. Like, my parents are waiting. These are real pressures, but I feel like your family, your husband, your parents, unless they are coming to you and saying you're running out of time.
Right.
If your husband's coming to you and saying it's a question of economics, I
Yeah.
can't keep us afloat much longer.
Yeah.
You need to go back to stripping. Like, like that's a different conversation.
That's Avi's choice.
There was a
Yeah.
way you could learn statistics while stripping.
I think there is. I think that's a whole like theme. The statistics professor is
That could
one of my
be your
favorite role plays.
that could be your stripper name is Bell
Oh
Curve.
yeah,
Bell curve.
Bell curve. Nick,
I don't like that. I don't
that's
like
a
that.
great
shit.
idea. That's a
Bella
great
curve.
idea.
Come look at my statistics.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Double
ANOVA.
D
ANOVA.
statistics.
Analysis of
ANOVA's a good
variance.
one. Yeah,
ANOVA is a good stripper.
I
name.
like this.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the other thing though, too, writers, like here's another way to look at this is like how meaningful this is gonna be to you when you finish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Like that's the other thing that I think sometimes we forget about is like the struggle is sometimes what gives it its value.
Yeah.
If you do decide, and I don't think there's any, no shame either way, honestly. If you're like, okay, this is a bit more than I want to bite off right now, then like, okay, walk away from it. There's no shame in doing that. If you want to stick through it and you accomplish it, it's going to feel amazing once you get that point.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, though, if you walk away from it, you won't come back to it.
There it is.
Well, I don't understand statistics, so
didn't.
That's why I wanted to clear that up for you.
Yeah, still not clear.
I
Good
know.
luck on this one, Ryder. Keep us in the loop. But you know what? If grad school is notoriously daunting, right? And like these things are very hard. They scare a lot of people away from trying them. And you've chosen this path. And so just know that you are in great company in the sense that it is a joyless slog. Like my dissertation sucked. I hated every minute of it. This is the thing I was dreading the entire program. I loved the classes, but just writing this huge ass piece of research, it just felt fucking pointless. I remember even when I was doing it, I was like, this is dumb.
It's almost like they do it just to see if you'll finish the paper. You're like,
and
we don't really care
I
what
talked
you
to my
say.
committee and they'd be like, so excited to like talk to me about it. And like, oh, I barely give a fuck about any of this.
See, that's the thing. Like, if you're going to do a dissertation, boy, you got to find something that you really love.
You better be interested.
Yeah.
It better feel like it has some
Because I mean,
purpose.
I feel the same way about teaching because I had to teach a class at Northern Iowa,
Yeah.
and it was a course in conflict resolution.
Yeah.
I was like, this is boring. Like, and that was the last class I ever taught because I just was
Right.
not into it.
Yeah.
But if you give me a class on ASAM criteria or treatment planning
Yeah,
or
the
something like
sexy
that,
side
fuck, I'll
of
do that
therapy.
shit for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but conflict resolution, fuck that.
I want to just because she mentioned just feeling like, I know back to the AI stuff, feeling like she damaged her relationship with her professor.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a feeling these professors are all like in the thick of it too. They like have to confront you about these things. They can't let it slide. Doesn't mean that it's personal. And I love that you have a relationship with them where you can go tell them like, hey, I did not do this on AI. Like, this is what I've been using. I'll try again. And I think they mentioned like some kind of extra study program or something you could go to. Maybe I'm misremembering that, but it was like, oh, if you're struggling still, try doing this other.
You could talk to the statistics,
The chair.
The
Yeah.
chair.
Or
Oh,
the-
talk
and,
to
the stats person on the committee.
yeah.
Or the
Okay,
stats person that
okay.
leads the school. Like,
Okay.
if
Yeah.
you need better information.
Like, I feel like just going through, kind of back to what Nick just said, like going through and struggling through it, that doesn't mean you're a failure or you've wasted time or this is pointless. It can feel that way, but I mean, pushing through will help it feel more valuable once you've accomplished it. You're like, fuck you for trying to hold me back. Like, I did this anyway.
Also, you don't learn when you already know how to do it.
Yeah.
You're not going to learn anything with something that you already know how to do.
Yeah.
Apparently,
So, I mean-
statistics is hard.
But I mean, like, real talk about it. Like, make sure to get all of the critiques that you can get on it. Make sure to
Yeah.
get very specific critiques on it. If you don't understand critiques, fucking ask the questions. Get in there, really dig into it. You might be doing all this. You probably are.
Right.
But I mean, like you do have to just get up and do it at some point, or decide that you're not going to.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the whole relationship thing with the advisor, that's tough. And I would, to the best of your ability, just look at it as data. and not as an individual or a person or somebody you admire or someone you had a relationship with. It's just data. It's just information. Take that for what it is. You can always rebuild that relationship if that's, if that is in fact what's going on. If the relationship is damaged because she thinks you used AI and you didn't, well, then fuck her.
Also, there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
Also, you
there's
could just
nothing
fuck
you can
her.
do.
That's also...
We hadn't talked about that.
Yeah. The relationship will be reestablished.
There
might
is
even write your paper
something-
for you.
You might be too young, writer. There is something though that we older people know about, and it's called sleeping your way to the top.
Yes. A tried
Very
and true
effective.
method.
Yeah, it works.
Yep.
Let me tell you.
Whitney wanted to join this podcast for months.
Yeah.
We all said no, and then we all
Turns
said
out
yes. And now here we are.
Some deals were made.
Some backroom deals, if you
Jim,
believe.
Nick, and I slept our way to the top.
Hashtag save Peter.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. Also,
It's still valid.
Peter was in the cuck chair. He was part of it.
He agreed fully
he was really
without
good at it.
any coercion.
He supports mental health.
No. He wasn't in the cuck chair. Whitney's not going to do the dirty work herself.
Exactly.
Get in here,
She's
Pete.
Exactly.
Guys, what the hell? I'm not even on the show.
I need to get in this podcast, Peter. Get in there and make me proud.
Get in there, baby.
Peter, are you wearing a wig? No, I'm Whitney. Pew, pew.
Pew, pew.
Anyway, Ryder, this is a tough one. I guess we all wouldn't just put some gas in the tank here, just encourage you. One of the things that got me through programs was I would fantasize about what it will be like when it's done. Like I would look at the graduation ceremony stuff. I would look at jobs. I would look at places I wanted to practice or live in. I would go design business cards. That was one of the things that I used to do back in the day to get myself through it.
You will do anything to not do your statistics.
That helped.
Yeah.
I
You
also
could
didn't
have
want to
learned
do
the
the
metric system.
Yeah. I would go to Vistaprint and I would design business cards that would have my credentials on them, which I hadn't earned yet.
You would daydream on business card making websites.
That got me through. That would get me through those moments where it was really hard. I'd go and I'd write a business card that said Dr. Jim Job, and I'd be like, yeah. And then one day I would lose that doctorate.
And then you had to return
because
all
of my
those.
gambling problem.
Burned
We're
all
going to take a
those.
quick break, and when we come back, we are wrapping up the show. You are listening to Pod Therapy.
All right, today's episode is brought to you by Jake Schneider, Malia, Richard Macy, Sonny Boy, Thunder Cougar, Falcon Scoop, Slurpikaye Motherfucker, Sandra McWaffle, Elena, Gabriella, Dame, Adam, Warren, P-Gay, Duke Crimes, and Blip Lop.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sponsored the show. Yeah, become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy.
That part's important.
That's the other part.
As we wrap up the show, we want to remind you can go to patreon.com/therapy and you can get our extended show ad-free a day earlier, as well as enjoy our live chat Discord community and our sporadic deep dives, interviews, skill shares, research roundups, and rants. And we've got some new friends who've joined us at patreon.com/therapy. Who's new to the family there, Nick?
New to the family, we've got a new therapod, Bob.
Nice.
And
for such a common name, I believe this is the first time we've ever had
I think
just a
so. This is
Bob.
our first Bob.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Robert Brownie Jr. Mint.
No,
Bob.
but that's Robert Brownie Jr.
It's not
Mint.
Jim's first
I think it should
Bob.
just be Bob Jr. Mint. We should start calling him that.
Well, he's an adult now, so
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
likes
right.
to he likes to
Bobby.
go by Bob.
Yeah. Sophisticated.
And we got a new pterodactyl, Scoop Lindsay.
Yay.
Thanks for the upgrade. Thank you,
Love
Scoop.
it. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, we did, didn't
We'd
we?
like to thank the benevolent, revered, generous, and flagrantly pro-therapy diehard who loves you all so much they give till it hurts, our partner, Pickett. And we want to thank our bosses, the mysterious and shrouded Illuminati members of the fan club, the Theraproducers. Thank you, Jake Schneider, Myra, Bobby Brownie Jr. Mint. Nailed it. Smitty Scoop, Richard fucking Macy. I should change all their names. Dick fucking Macy. Judy Schneider, Malia, Leon Kassab, Carolyn Albert, Kevin Chamberlain, Tess Miller, Daniel Martin, Sammy Scoop, Slurpikaye motherfucker. Or I guess Slurpikaye fuck.
Samantha.
Benjamin Stanley slapping your face, Sarah Smith, Adam Hathaway, Byler T, Michael Helm, Oscar Swanrose, Paris, Sunny Boy, Darren Cunningham, Lib, Sandra McWaffle, Team Monaco, Thunder Cougar, Falcon Scoop, Heyo, Hannah Marie, Andrew Langmead, Andy Langmead as he likes to be called, Emma Tonka and Punky. Pony Soprano.
Punky Soprano. Punky Brewster.
Ponathy Soprano. Alina, Cody the Lorian Guy, Brady Malachek, Chick Vallatio, Gabriel Adame, Sean Sutherland, Max the Ginger Scoop, Chad Mag, Adam Warren, Inca La Prince, Sam Cohn, B Gay Do Crimes, Elio Dare, Blip Blop, and Ami Aardvark. Nailed it.
It's close enough. If you would like to hear this episode uncut and unedited,
And why wouldn't you?
and enjoy our spontaneous side projects, go to patreon.com/therapy. And thank you for supporting mental health.
That's all the time we have for this week's session. I want to thank our landlords. What is our place called again? The Pee Pee Poo Poo Studios?
Yeah.
There it is. The poop that took a pee.
So funny.
Chapter 1. Anyway,
It's my favorite part about it. It's how much Nick hates it.
share the show. Tag us on the socials when you do. We're at PodTherapyGuys on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter, /PodTherapy on Facebook and Blue Sky. Don't forget about all the extra goodies at patreon.com/therapy.
And even you can submit a question to the show. So go ahead and do that. Ask anonymously at podtherapy.net. Email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com or click the link in the episode description to be taken to our anonymous Google form. I'm Nick Handman.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jim.
Thanks, and we'll see you for your appointment next
Happy
week.
Thanksgiving to all.
Happy
And
Thanksgiving.
to all a good
Indigenous
afternoon.
Peoples Day.
Oh, shit. Yes. Let's do that. Because I
Oh,
believe
really?
Indigenous women. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.